This is WFYI News Now. It's May 27th, and I'm Drew Daudelin, filling in for Abriana Herron. On today's show, a preview of tonight's Pacers game against the Knicks. The Marion County Election Board investigates the state's top election official. And more than 1 million low-income and disabled people across the Midwest could lose their Medicaid health insurance coverage.
And we estimate that, roughly 2/3 of those people that lose coverage actually shouldn't lose their coverage. Losing their coverage because of compliance problems, not because they truly are not eligible.
Those stories coming up, but first. After a fire, several crashes, and cautions, the Indianapolis 500 has a new winner. WFYI's Samantha Horton reports.
Out of the 33-car field, only 23 cars completed the 109th running of the Indy 500. When a checkered flag dropped, Alex Palou won a day in the number 10 Chip Ganassi car. The 28-year-old driver has been successful in the series, but has never won the Indianapolis Motor Speedway oval race. It's the first time in the race's more than 100-year history for a Spanish driver to win. Palou says the day will be unforgettable.
This race means so much for me, for my family, for the IndyCar community, our fans, and I would say motorsport in general. So to be an Indy 500 championship, it's amazing.
Track officials say the sold-out race drew in about 350,000 fans to enjoy what is called the greatest spectacle in racing. I'm Samantha Horton.
Second-place finisher Marcus Ericsson was penalized Monday after a post-race inspection found an unauthorized modification to the car. He was moved to 31st place. And after a disappointing loss at the end of Sunday night's playoff game, the Indiana Pacers face the New York Knicks Tuesday night for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Pacers need to win 2 more games to advance to the NBA Finals. The last time the team won the conference title was in 2000 against the Knicks. The Marion County Election Board is investigating whether the state's top election official violated the law. WFYI reporter Dylan Pierce-McCoy says the investigation is focused on a campaign video Diego Morales released this month.
Indiana Secretary of State Diego Morales released a 5-minute campaign video earlier this month announcing his plans to run for re-election next year. Marion County officials said the ad features footage of the Republican taken during an official visit to the Marion County Election Service Center last year. They believe using the footage could be a violation of law because government employees may not use public property to carry out campaign-related activities. Jennifer Ping is vice chair of the Marion County Election Board.
And I think it's important to have an understanding of what actually happened and occurred.
A spokesperson for the Indiana Secretary of State's office said the footage was posted on the office's official social media platforms, and it was subject to public use. I'm Dylan Pierce-McCoy.
And for our final story today, more than 1 million low-income and disabled people across the Midwest could lose their Medicaid health insurance coverage. That's because federal lawmakers are considering adding Medicaid work requirements, meaning people would have to prove they work, volunteer, or go to school in order to receive health insurance. SideEffects Public Media's Ben Thorpe reports, experts warn that many people who already work will fall through the cracks.
The analysis was done by the Urban Institute and Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. It used data from states with existing work requirements like New Hampshire and Arkansas to estimate how the proposed federal changes might impact states. Catherine Hempstead worked on the analysis. She says they found that many people who meet the requirements still end up kicked off of the programs, often because they failed to complete the necessary paperwork.
And we estimate that, roughly 2/3 of those people that lose coverage actually shouldn't lose their coverage. Losing their coverage because of compliance problems, not because they truly are not eligible.
The bill, which passed out of the U.S. House last week, also includes expanded work requirements for the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, and now heads to the U.S. Senate. I'm Ben Thorpe.
That's all for today's episode of WFYI News Now. Our podcast is produced by Abriana Herron, Zach Bundy, and myself, Drew Daudelin, with support from the news team at WFYI and public media journalists across the state. Our news director is Sarah Neal-Estes. Kendall Antron produced our music. If you liked today's episode, remember to subscribe and share, and follow WFYI on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to check in on our newsroom throughout the day. Thanks for listening. We'll be back tomorrow.